Hey guys, and welcome back to the Noodle Network, the only channel on YouTube with 3 ways to play with your noodle. So, today's episode is a vlog episode, obviously, but today I also wanted to discuss some things going on in the future of the Noodle Network, as well as stuff that I'm going to be implementing pretty much right after this video. So first things first. Today I wanted to discuss with you the videos for the 2 conventions that I went to, which was the AVGC, another video game convention down in Parsippany, New Jersey, and the Retro World Expo, which occurred in Hartford, I believe, and just the videos that I'm planning to do on them. To the Retro World Expo, the first one that happened, I am just starting to work on that. It's probably not going to go through for a little while longer. The AVGC one, though, is super late, and I'm trying to get that done as quickly and as efficiently as I can. Unfortunately, I'm not used to this camera yet, so it's been taking a little while. Also, with, like I've said, guys, this is only a part-time for right now. Not even more per diem. So I'm trying to get work done when I can, as quickly as I can, while avoiding trouble. But I did want to touch on one thing involving the another video game convention. I forget what his last name is. I know his first name is Chris, and I actually had the chance to run into Chris when I was at Retro World Expo. I believe he was advertising for his convention down there, and I just wanted to say right off the bat, it was very interesting to talk to someone who was in charge, who was leading the convention, and I got to sit down and chat with him. And one thing he mentioned while we were just chatting it up together was that people who go to conventions, who try to apply as press, don't actually do any work for what they're offered, which is basically a free pass to get inside. And while I may debate pricing issues on my own time, I have to say it was a very interesting convention, and I've heard from him that it's going to be bigger next year, which should be very interesting. I definitely will try to attend. But anyways, from my experience with him, from what he talked about, he seemed very realistic, down to earth about it, and I honestly had to agree with him on most of his opinions. But I wanted to say one thing was that I just wanted to apologize to everyone for the delay that this is taking, the amount of time that this is taking, and I promise that I'm going to get this stuff done as quickly and as efficiently as possible when held on to my own schedule, of course. Now, next up on the list of things to talk about was the recent Battlefront Star Wars EA beta that came up. And, yeah, where to start with that? I honestly felt that the beta was a very interesting and very fun experience, given that they only put out 3 modes. And that has me nervous. There's not a lot of modes there on the menus. I'm assuming maybe they're going to add more when the game comes up for full purchase, and I will be getting the game upon release to play with you guys, to show you what's going on. We'll do story mode, and we will do multiplayer mode, and I will have plenty of guests on the show for you guys to listen to and interact with, and hopefully live stream with. We'll see. I don't know. There will be, I will probably do a review of that, because I was one of the people who put a embarrassingly large amount of hours into the first one. So we'll see. But there was one thing in particular that I wanted to focus on, and that was the loot crate system. This is a difficult thing to talk about, and it's not that it's controversial. It's more that there's so many sides to this argument. It's technically a microtransaction, yes, but for anyone who doesn't know what the loot crate system is, it's a very basic system where you can purchase these little crates, where they will basically have you buy a crate for some odd amount of money. I think it's probably going to be like $1.99 for the smallest, and probably $4.99, $5.99 for the next one up, and so on and so forth. But in some games, and this is where I start to get really agitated, is when they bring up loot crates that are more $99 plus. When you even just think about that, it just blows your mind. Not in a good way either. That's more than most of these games come out. That's almost as much as some of the, like, deluxe editions of these games, where you get a shit ton of extra stuff, and statues, and CDs and stuff. And this is a crate that you get digital purchases for, and basically you're wasting your money on this. It's not a system that I approve of, but one thing I wanted to bring up about it was that this isn't the first game to do this, and I'm not really understanding the depth and just impact that it's having on the community right now. Like I said, this is not the first game to bring up loot crates for this, to put out microtransactions. I will say, admittedly, yes, it's a bad thing, and, you know, with the results of the first Battlefront EA, it was not exactly a good thing. But then you have games out there, such as Overwatch, which has had this going on for a very long time, and while, yes, I have heard complaints about it, not nearly to the quantity that has been going on with Star Wars Battlefront EA 2. So I had to think about it, and I had to just really think about why people would be getting upset about this. Maybe it's finally time for developers to be thinking about other ways to go about this, to be making their money. And no, that is not through adding more microtransactions for other things, or doing season passes, which are outdated technology and just a bad idea overall. I don't really have the answer for that, folks. But, you know, hopefully the developers out there will come up with a better answer than I have right now, which is basically nothing. Do I think that damages the game in its entirety overall? No, not necessarily. I think it will lower the scoring for it, and from some outlets, but I don't necessarily think that that ruins the game entirely. I think we should be very careful and cautious on how EA proceeds with other games. And I would like everyone to be looking out for this and just really, really making sure that we're not scamming the gamers, the people who buy your games. That said, overall, Star Wars Battlefront EA 2, the beta, was fun. It was fun. I really enjoyed the assault on Naboo mode. I don't remember what the actual name of it was, but it was a lot of fun to play. If not a little bit linear at some times, but surprisingly, the combat system has actually gotten a lot better. One thing that was really frustrating in the original was the dodge rolling. That seemed there just to piss off people, not to actually be a tactical maneuver. Whereas with it now in the beta for the second game, you're actually able to move from left to right to forward to back diagonally, and honestly, it creates an opening that allows for better combat, and I'm quite enjoying that. The next topic is very brief, very, very quick, very straightforward, but I wanted to talk to you guys about The Evil Within 2. I have been having so much fun with that game. So much so that I have decided to complete the game totally. Just complete it, stream it, and get it done with. It's going to take a long time, guys, because I'm only, like, I think chapter 7 was where I left off. We've got another 10 chapters. We're not even halfway through the game. So I am going to be pushing forward with that. Streams will return to you as soon as this Tuesday. And I hope to get at least 4 or 5 streams done before the end of the week. But we'll see. We'll see how much time I have for it. But like I said, we're going to be streaming the whole game through. And then we'll move on to the next game that comes out. On the topic of that, I will be saying there will be no stream for Shadow of War. I'm honestly, it's not a kind of game I'm into. If I see enough hype for a game on the channel, then yeah, I'll try it. But for right now, Shadow of War is out. As will be Super Mario Odyssey. With the recent just like flux of like difficulties with Nintendo, I do not believe that it would be a safe or good move for the channel to just come out and start streaming those games, especially with how possessive Nintendo is with their games. The other two games that I wanted to talk about really briefly was South Park: The Fractured Butthole and Wolfenstein 2, which both games look frankly fantastic. Honestly, I have only gotten one of them so far, but I do plan on buying Wolfenstein to play personally on my own time. Whether I stream it or not, I'm not really sure. I'm not very good at those games, but if you guys want to see it, you know, comment in the section below and I will try to get around to it. But like I said, Evil Within comes first. The other thing is that I wanted to discuss about was South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I have decided to not continue streaming that just because, one, the joke level in that game makes it very difficult to stream because it's not applicable to all ages, and it's very extreme in its humor, as Matt and Trey have become known for. It also creates issues with YouTube because of the censoring and the new system that's out there that cuts stuff out. And in fact, I probably will get this video flagged at some point to be demonetized. Not that I can, you know, monetize them right now anyways with the new system they have up. But just wanted to say I will not be continuing to stream South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I really wanted to, but I think it's safest to just take it down for now and not continue it. That said, guys, there's one other thing I want to discuss, and that was the news program that I had been talking about bringing up for a little while now, actually since the beginning of the summer. And I have not gotten the chance to really get into it yet, and I am sorry to say that I probably won't be able to start until late November, maybe early December. I'm not really sure yet, but I want to get it started before the end of the year. And I think the best time to start would be November. That's if I have the time, if everything falls into order. But like I said, I really want to start that, and I have some really good ideas that will be coming your way shortly. Hey guys, so just a few tidbits more actually, that's some stuff that I forgot to add in earlier, was that one thing I've been thinking about in particular is the use of Twitch and YouTube. And I have a Twitch account set up. I hadn't really gotten around to it yet. I think I streamed once or twice on it, but nothing really long-lasting or anything like that. But I've been thinking about it, and I think I will begin to be switching a little bit over to Twitch, too, in addition to keeping my regular stuff going on YouTube, or as regular can be here, you know. But my plan for right now is to continue the YouTube use for right now, for my longer running streams, and more specifically the streams that I'm going to be using for the reviews. The Twitch channel will be used for games that I just will not be seeing any point in reviewing, but that I do want to stream live for. So that will be a big change coming to the Noodle Network in the upcoming future. Probably starting with the Star Wars Battlefront will probably be held on YouTube, but I think any other game than that in November probably will be held on Twitch. And there will not be a video announcement of it, but I will put it on Facebook when I start to do that. That said, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this episode from the Noodle Network. And I just want to say, guys, thank you for hanging in with me. Thank you for staying with me and watching my videos. I really can't do it without you. And I promise to get more videos out soon, as well as more streams. Also, reviews, I'm slowly working on getting done, but it's a lot harder to do them to the quality that I want them to be done, with the amount of time I have and connecting with other people to help me with the reviews as well. But anyways, guys, thank you for coming on down to the Noodle Network, and I will see all of you lovely folks next time. Take it easy, everyone.